guys, it's Taylor and welcome to my channel Armful of Books. And please excuse my frizzy excuse of hair. I'm not going to bother to fix it because I usually don't. So today I'm going to be doing a book review, and the book I'm reviewing is By the Time You Read This, I'll Be Dead by Julie Ann Peters. And I picked this up when I went to the library yesterday along with 3 other books, and then I put 80 billion books on hold. I read a different book and then I read this for a couple hours, went to bed, and finished it this morning. And this is going to have spoilers in it because it's going to be kind of an in-depth book review. And another thing is this is a very triggering book. It's about a lot of bullying and suicide. So, like, if you're prone to being triggered or anything like that, please exit out this video. Watch a different one of my videos, watch somebody else's YouTube video, just exit out, please. Okay, so for everybody that stayed, once again, By the Time You Read This, I'll Be Dead by Julie Ann Peters. This book is about a girl named Jalen Bryce, and she has been bullied like her whole life for being overweight. And she's like always transferring schools and moving. And she's tried to kill herself 3 times, and every time has failed, obviously. And one of the times she did it by slitting both of her wrists, and she was caught and now has scars from it. And then another time she drank ammonia and bleach, and it didn't kill her, but it messed up, it burned her esophagus and messed up her vocal cords. So the whole book she's always wearing this neck brace and she can't speak. She's like temporarily mute and she cannot speak at all, so she just stays quiet, or occasionally she gets like a notebook and writes down something. But anyway, she's currently going to this private all-girls Catholic school, and she's bullied there too. But this time it's not for being overweight because she isn't as heavy as she used to be. This time it's for being like a freak because of her neck brace and she can't speak and stuff. But every day she goes outside, and when she's like waiting for her parents to come pick her up, her parents are Kim and Chip. And every day when she's waiting for usually Kim, unless she's out of town, it's Chip, to come pick her up, she sits on this bench and she reads the whole book. She's reading these like romance novels about this character named Maggie Louise, and she looks up to Maggie Louise as like a like her idol, and so she's kind of a big reader. But while she's sitting there, this kid is like watching her. Well, he's not really a kid actually. He's 17 and she's like 16, 17, around there. But he's like watching her. And then throughout the book, he like comes and sits by her, and he tries to talk to her, and he's always like complimenting her and stuff. But she doesn't want any of that. She doesn't want to feel. She doesn't like her senses. So one day she's online and she finds this website called throughthelight.com, and it's this website, and it's really like weird, and it's like ask you these questions. Are you ready to go through the light? And she clicks yes, and then it gives her a username that's just like everybody else's. It's J_Doe, and then your birthday. So she's got this username, and it's this website. It's basically like a suicide website, and there's 3 categories: ways to go, final forums, and something DOD. I think it's Day of Determination. And Day of Determination is like a list of all the people who... Oh, and when you join this website, you get a number of days, and the least amount you can have is 23. She wants to kill herself again, or try to kill herself again. And so basically she's mad because the least amount she can have is 23 days, but since that's all she can have, she picks it. And the whole thing, instead of chapters, it's 23 days, 22 days, 21 days, 20 days, 19 days. But, so anyway, it's in each day that board has the number of people who killed themselves. And then Ways to Go is like, it's basically a big list of different ways to complete the task, and how much, like, on a scale of 1 to 5, how much it hurts, and how accessible, that's not a word, how easy it is to access it, and just like all kinds of stuff like that. So it's kind of, in my opinion, it's kind of screwed up. And then the other one is Final Forms, where you can like post stuff. And throughout the book, she wants to be like, she wants to like tell everything she's been through before she dies. So throughout the book, she posts like all the major things she's been through on that board, on the Final Forms. And then, I'm not going to say what they are, so you can find out for yourself. And then she's always looking at ways to go, and she picks that she's going to drown herself. And she comes up with her plan, and then all of that. And then, I'm trying to think. Oh, and she doesn't want to leave anything behind because she thinks that her parents don't like her, and that her being gone is going to like make them happier, and it's going to like release a burden from them. So she kind of fills up trash bags with her stuff, and like slowly throws away a couple trash bags of her stuff week by week until her room's pretty much bare at the end of the book. And then like when she's reading her books with Maggie Louise, every time she finishes a page, she tears it out, which I never really understood what that was for. But, so the end of the book, she has all just these, just shells of paperback books, so there's no pages left in them. And throughout the book, Santana, the guy, I don't know if I ever said his name, the boy that was watching her, his name's Santana. And throughout the book, he is always trying to talk to her, and he's trying to become friends with her, and then he ends up getting a crush on her, and kind of tries to ask her out, and she's always rejecting him, and one time he tries to kiss her, but she like flips out. I'm trying to make sure I'm not leaving out anything important. I'm not going to tell you like everything, but I'm telling you most everything when I took my notes. I took some notes, yes, these are my notes. They're not very good. So I'm trying to make sure I'm like, and she's always getting all these different doctors and therapists and always like switching with them, and different psychiatrists and stuff. But, I mean, I told you basically everything. But the whole book is she's counting down the days until she dies, or kills herself, and trying not to feel anything. Because she starts kind of developing a crush on why did I say that word? Santana too, but she doesn't want to admit it. So anytime she feels something, she's like, no, stop it. And so she doesn't want to feel anything. She like, anytime she smells something, she's like, nope, no, and it's just kind of, but, so she doesn't want to feel anything. She doesn't want to leave anything behind. So, you know, that. And I've got to admit, this book was really, like, depressing. I knew what I was getting into when I, you know, like, picked it up and I started reading it, because the title is By the Time You Read This, I'll Be Dead. The blurb on the back is, like, a, like, template of a suicide note. And then, like, I know, like, I read the inside flap. Like, I kind of, you know, I knew what it was going to be about and what it, you know, when I was getting into it, but it was still really depressing. Like, I really, like, wanted to put it down because it was kind of boring, too. So it's definitely not one of my favorite books. I don't know if I'll buy my own copy or not. This is a library copy. But it was really, like, kind of depressing, even though I knew what I was getting into when I picked it up. And it was really kind of boring. I had to push myself to get through it because I like to, you know, finish books. I don't like to kind of stop them. I've only done that a couple times. But, I mean, I don't know. You have to be in a certain kind of mood to read this. You don't want to be, like, upset when you're reading it. You have to be kind of, like, happy-ish when you're reading it, because it's just, like, not, I don't know. But, I mean, I would have to give it 2.5 stars out of 5. So 2.5 stars out of 5. Because the whole book was just kind of a little boring. It was really like depressing, a really down book. And I just didn't really enjoy it that much. So I'm going to give it half. Half out of, yes. Oh, and another thing, I was confused with the ending. The ending is, I'm going to read it to you. Spoilers again. Chip calls, "Whenever you're ready to leave, honey." I stick the mini-me into my book bag and shut the door behind me. It's time. With determination and purpose, I head into the light. So I'm confused with, because this was on her Day of Determination. The name of that chapter was Day of Determination. And I'm confused whether or not she actually did kill herself. Like, I was really confused. I was like, wait, what? And I actually Googled it. And most people were saying it's kind of up to you. It's how you interpret it. So I guess it depends on whether I feel like she did kill herself or whether she didn't, and I have mixed feelings about it. Like, honestly, I can't really decide what I think, whether she did it or not. But yeah, 2.5 out of 5 stars. I don't recommend it. I hate, like, hating on a book. Like, I don't like hating on it. But I don't recommend it because it's really depressing. It's kind of boring. And it's just not very hopeful. Like, the whole book is like if you read this kind of expecting a hopeful story, it's not very, that's not what you're gonna get. You're not gonna get like a story where her life becomes much better or whatever. You're not gonna get that. So I don't recommend it because it's depressing, it's kind of boring, and it's like, I don't know. But yeah, thanks for watching this. Read it if you'd like to. And once again, it's called By the Time You Read This, I'll Be Dead by Julie Ann Peters. And I don't know if I'm going to buy my own copy of this or not. Probably won't. I have like a bazillion other books I need to buy first. But please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for new videos every week. And I'm going to start trying to do several videos a week because it's summer and I have no life and lots of free time on my hands. So I'll be trying to upload several videos a week, not every day though. And comment a book you think I should read, a tag or a challenge you think I should do, and I will probably do it and probably read it because I've, once again, lots of times on my hands. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.